Hey guys, welcome back to Fifi's World. In this video, I'm going to show you how to cook a good ground provision. But the first thing we do, we're going to season our water because we're going to drink our pot water. We're not going to waste that. So as you can see, I add my scallion, my thyme, my pimento, a scotch bonnet pepper, and also some oil. You can use butter if you don't have no oil, whichever works for you. So as you can see, we're going to use yam, banana, pumpkin, flour of course, and or sweet potato. So one of my favorite ground provision is the yellow yam. So I make sure I always have yellow yam when I'm cooking food, what we call it in Jamaica food, or ground provision. So we're not going to use all of the yellow yam, so just cut what you need and then the rest store it in a dry place, or you can store it in the fridge if you like to. Alright, so what I'm going to do, as you can see in the video, what I am doing, I am peeling the yam. You can dig in the yam if you need to, but I try my very best to skim the yam as best as possible so I don't waste my yam. So after you finish peeling the yam, what you want to do is to wash your yam. So take off all of the residue off it. Then, if you're not going to cut your yam same time and put it in another pot, make sure you stir it in a water so you can cut down the oxidation. We all know what the oxidation is, and if you don't know, I apologize. The oxidation is when it changes the color, get that brown color. So if you don't want your yam to become brown, what you want to do is to stir it in some water. So the next thing we're going to peel is the sweet potato. So the sweet potato, you can peel it the same way how you peel the yam, but I realized that the peeler do a better job than the knife. And then you want to stir it in water too, so to prevent oxidation. And then one thing I learned too is that the vinegar actually helps to cut down oxidation. So we wouldn't know, but if in a country the yam them come from, them brown quickly. Or the sweet potato, cause too much manure I use funny. So in that case, we just want to store it in a water or some vinegar water. And then you just want to go ahead and cut them in the sizes that you want. Because the yam and the potato, the sweet potato, take the same amount of time to cook, what I'm going to do is to put both of them in the boiling water at the same time. Alright guys, so the next thing is the pumpkin. You're going to treat the pumpkin just the way you treat your yam. You're going to cut only what you need and put the rest in a dry place or into the fridge. Alright, so you can remove your skin or what you call the rind of the pumpkin. If you don't want to eat it, it is edible, you can keep it on it. And then you want to remove the seeds and the fibrous strands. Alright, or you can call it the gut of the pumpkin. So just cut out the gut part of the pumpkin. If you don't, well, you can't eat that part. I never say nobody eat that part. Yes, the seeds is edible. So if you're gonna roast the seeds, you can just pick out the seeds and roast the seeds. If not, cut out the gut and dash away because it's not good. After you do that, as I said, you can keep the skin on or you can cut it off. Well, this is how I normally do mine because that's how I saw my mom did it and that's how I saw my grandmother did it. So I always follow what them do and it works for me. So if you want to have some of the skin on it, just keep it on or cut it off, whatever you want to do. The pumpkin won't change color, but what we need to do is to wash the pumpkin because we don't want to introduce bacillus into our food. So we're going to wash off the pumpkin and then we put it in the pot to cook. To prevent the food from sticking to the bottom of the pot, what you want to do is to keep stirring the food each time you add an item to the pot. So as you all can see, I am wearing a glove, but my glove is reusable and I treat my glove just the way how I would treat my fingers. So I'm going to peel green banana, and when you're peeling green banana, stain will transfer onto your fingers. So in that case, you want to use oil, and oil will prevent that from happening. So I put the oil on my gloves and it actually works. So if you're gonna use a glove, or if you're not gonna use a glove, remember to put some oil on your finger so the stain won't transfer to your finger. All right, when you're peeling a green banana, you want to be gentle because it easily break. And if you break, nothing wrong because the food not gonna in your belly hole anyway. But if you're gonna do it for other people and you want your plate to look presentable, what you want to do is to take your time and peel a banana. No rush. So as all of us know, green banana is one of those starchy food that love to oxidize. So make sure to put your green banana in water or transfer them into your boiling water instantly to prevent oxidation. Alright guys, now let's make some dumplings. To make your dumplings, you will need some all-purpose flour, and also you may need some cornmeal. Not everybody like cornmeal in them dumpling, but I love cornmeal in my dumplings, so you just need a little bit of cornmeal. So if you're using 1 pound of flour, use about 1/4 pound of cornmeal. You don't need a lot of cornmeal because a lot of cornmeal in your dumpling is gonna make your dumpling tight. All right, so 2 reasons why your dumpling is tight: if you have too much cornmeal in it, or you over knead your dough. So the gluten in the flour, you always hear people talk about them allergic to gluten. So gluten is one that is found in flour. It's the protein in the flour, and it's that stretchiness in the flour, that thing that make the flour stretch. That's the gluten. So if you overwork the gluten in the flour is going to become tough. So 2 reasons to get your dumpling tough, or I don't call them tight: too much cornmeal or you overwork the dough. All right, so those are things to consider when you're making a dumpling. Okay guys, excuse my polished nails. It was really uncomfortable to make the dumpling wearing the gloves, so I took them off. So what you want to do in this step, guys, is to make your dumpling into the sizes that you like or you prefer. So I just make them like this. So after you add all the food in your pot, what you want to do is to not close your lid completely like I did in the video. You want to ajar your lid and then allow it to fully cook. Once the dumplings start floating, then you know that everything already done cooked, because we literally put the dumpling in last, and then dumpling normally take about 10 minutes. Normally Jamaicans say once dumplings start floating cook, but me give my dumpling a little time to cook same way. This is the end product, guys. Thank you so very much for watching my video to the end, and I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and also share this video to someone that it will be useful to.